Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pressure Luck, and I'm going to keep this intro super short and sweet because we're making today something that's so easy in the Instant Pot, and we're just going to finish it off in the oven. That's phenomenal, easy, and absolutely superb. We're talking roasted garlic, and you can do so many things with this. It goes hand in hand with my roasted garlic soup recipe, which is truly one of the best soups ever. Also, it's amazing for some pastas or to smear on some bread, which I'll show you how to do, or for my famous guacamole. And wait until you see that one, guys. Oy gewalt, it's amazing. So guys, let's go right to the Instant Pot and then our oven for a few minutes and make some incredible, simple, easy, delectable roasted garlic. So, it begins with a few bulbs of garlic. Now, one bulb of garlic is comprised of a bunch of cloves within. So when something calls for a clove of garlic, it's one of these little guys inside of a bulb of garlic, which is a giant cluster of cloves. And we can use pretty up to like 4 to 6 of them in the Instant Pot. It'll fit just fine. And, you know, varying sizes. This is a pretty good size of garlic, in my opinion. If it fits in the palm of your hand, perfect. And although I have magical snapping powers to make things, you know, automatically cut themselves up, I'm going to show you how we're going to just scalp these guys and get them a little bit of a crew cut. It's easier that way. So let's take each of the bulbs of garlic and then turn it sideways and then get a good knife and then have the blade of the knife meet the very end of the stem here of the garlic and then just slice. So it's sort of like this and leave the skin on, and you see that now? All of our little cloves of garlic have been scalped and exposed, and that's exactly what we want. Again, leave the skin on because it's going to come in very handy when we squeeze everything out later. And just do this with all the pieces of garlic. The perfect cut, just like so. So now let's go to the Instant Pot and add our trivet in there with the handles facing up and pour in 1 cup of water. And now just rest the bulbs of garlic on the trivet. And you see that there's plenty of room for more as well. You can really add in really as many as you'd like. I wouldn't have them resting on top of each other, just have them cover enough of the bottom of the trivet. If you want to squeeze more in there, it's totally up to you. Okay, now let's secure our lid. Make sure we're in sealing position. And now let's come down to the Instant Pot's control panel and hit the pressure cook or manual button, depending on your model. And we want to go for 5 minutes, guys, on high pressure. That's it, guys. Simple as that. And when it's finished, we're going to allow a 10-minute natural release and then follow that with a quick release. Now that the pressure cooking cycle is complete, we're going to allow a 10-minute natural release. That means we do nothing for 10 minutes and wait until this displays the number 10. Once that happens, 10 minutes of a natural release have occurred, and we follow with a quick release. Now in the meantime, let's preheat our oven to 450 degrees. And now that 10 minutes of a natural release have passed, let's finish it off with a quick release. You see that? 10. And our pin just drops, so let's take our lid off. And there we have our lovely steamed garlic, making phase 1 complete. Now let's check on that oven. And our oven is preheated to 450 degrees, so that means we're ready to enter phase 2 of our process, roasting the garlic. So now let's remove each bulb of garlic from the trivet and place them on a foil-lined baking sheet. Alrighty, and now we want to drizzle some olive oil into each bulb. About a half a tablespoon to a full tablespoon should do, depending on the size of the bulb. And then just make sure it gets inside, just on top, and it'll seep into the crevices. And then just repeat the process with all the bulbs of garlic. And the reason why we have our tin foil below is so we can catch any olive oil that seeps out from underneath. Perfecto. Let's pop this into the oven. And now that our oven is nice and preheated, let's pull out the center rack. Place our steamed olive oil infused garlic bulbs on top. And then just close the door and bake it for about 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm gonna go for about 7 minutes. And now that our cooking time in the oven's up, let's take it out. Ready? Go, and perfection. Look at that. Let's just sit this on top of our counter space and let it rest for a few minutes. So look at that beautiful golden roasted color. That's exactly what we want. Let this rest for about 10 minutes until it gets a little bit cool, because we're gonna then squeeze all this out. And you're gonna see it's gonna squeeze right out, just like you're squeezing some frosting out of a piping bag. It's awesome. And after 10 minutes have passed, I'm going to take each of these bulbs of garlic and then I'm going to kind of separate them out like this and then peel the skin off and then get to each individual clove here. And then watch how easy this is. I just squeeze the bottom of the clove and then boop, boop, boop. I'm I'm gonna put it right inside of a little airtight Tupperware container. And then just do that with all the cloves of garlic. Your hands are gonna totally get messy, but it's well worth it. And then just make sure any skin that falls inside of our little bowl that we're putting our garlic cloves in gets removed. We don't want that in there with it. But you see, it literally just pops right out when you squeeze it. It could not be easier or more convenient, and you can literally just eat this on its own if you want. It's that good. But look at this. I'm just squeezing, and look at this. Everything just comes out and falls practically into my little Tupperware bowl. Okay, and there we have it, guys. This is 4 full bulbs of garlic that were steamed in our Instant Pot and then roasted in our oven, and they've now formed into this amazing softened garlic clove that's full of a rich roasted olive oil garlic flavor. And like I said, it's perfect for smearing on some bread. You like that word schmear? It's like a nice Yiddish word. You can eat it just as it is on its own. You could put it in my roasted garlic soup, or any soup really, and then add an immersion blender and blend it in with everything. Or you can really use it for anything, and you can use it for when you're making pastas, seasonings. It's perfect that way. You can make it like a crushed garlic or a garlic paste. That's exactly what this does. And you can also make my special garlic guacamole with this stuff. Oh yeah, wait until you try that one out. And then you can just put a lid on it and then pop it in the fridge and leave it in there for up to about 2 weeks, and you're gonna be fine. All right, guys, let's try it out. So now take like a nice piece of French or Italian bread, this is Italian bread, and then put a few of those freshly squeezed cloves of garlic on it, and then just take a knife and watch this, guys. Smear it right on. Look at this. You could basically butter the garlic right on the bread, and it's going to taste incredible. And then you can dress it up by sprinkling on a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and maybe a few shakes of some black pepper on there. And you guys, then you can try this out for a little bit of a snack. Here we go, let's try it out. That's delicious. Delicious little snack right there. It's like having garlic bread, but without having to like bake the garlic bread. You know what I mean? It's like fresh garlic, smeared like butter right onto the bread. It's garlic butter, but without any of the oil, you know? And then watch this. A fresh clove of roasted garlic pops right into my mouth, so soft, and it melts in there, just like an M&M. And there you have it, guys, roasted garlic, good for basically any occasion, and extra good at keeping Tom Cruise away from your door. Guys, if you enjoyed these videos, check out any recipe at pressureluckcooking.com. There are a ton of them, and you can pin any recipe to any Pinterest board you'd like. Go to facebook.com/pressureluckcooking and like that page on any new recipes that come out, any tips, any sales on items, and at Pressure Luck to subscribe to me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Guys, what can I tell you? Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of your support, and go and make this amazing roasted garlic. It is so easy, so simple, and so delicious.